Hi everyone, this is your instructional video for your small group presentation on conflict resolution. This project is due week 7. This is a video project. This video project includes a demonstration of 2 conflict resolution scenarios. Throughout the course of our semester, you will have learned at least 3 different conflict resolution strategies: nonviolent communication, talking papers, and common grounds activities. You may choose 2 of these intervention strategies, and you will role play how to utilize those 2 different intervention strategies to enable you to help your clients move from areas of chaos, argument, and violent communication to a place of conflict resolution. Please keep in mind that I do not expect any of these scenarios to end in a everybody cares about each other and everything is perfect scenario. This isn't an 80s sitcom, so I don't anticipate that a conflict that is a significant social work related conflict could possibly be resolved in a 40-minute conflict resolution video. However, the importance of this exercise is to be able to demonstrate how you utilize these conflict resolution strategies to help people begin to communicate more effectively so that they are able to understand each other, listen to each other, and then move towards strategizing to resolve their conflict. So they don't necessarily have to complete the conflict resolution, but that you demonstrate within your video that these 2 mechanisms and intervention strategies enable a party that is in conflict and chaos to be able to get on the same page so that they're able to begin to plan towards resolution. And so the most important pieces and elements of this conflict scenario is that you demonstrate that people are able to begin to listen to each other, understand each other's point of view, and then move towards open communication and dialogue. From what you've learned to date, it should be clear that what happens when people argue, when conflict arises, it's often because people are being misunderstood, are not being heard, and are not being seen. Remember that being seen, heard, and known. And so when conflict arises because members of a particular group, family, couple situation are not being seen, heard, and known, conflict will arise, argument ensues, people are not communicating effectively, and so then conflict is difficult. And so these 2 intervention strategies are designed at being able to show that you are able to effectively integrate intervention strategies that help people begin to communicate better. So you can choose any number of conflict scenarios. When you do the conflict resolution video, all members of your small group must participate in the conflict resolution strategy. You'll need to designate who the members of the conflict are going to be. You can choose any number of social work related types of conflicts. You can use a family, you can use a team meeting, an interdisciplinary case management meeting. You can use a supervisor and a supervisee type of situation. Really any type of small role play situation that is related to social work is possible. It's just really important that you then also designate who's going to be the social worker or supervisor or the person who's going to implement the strategies to help people move towards communication. So the components you need to keep in mind is that you've chosen 2 effective mechanisms. That if you use nonviolent communication, be sure to implement all of the steps in the nonviolent communication, including things like making observations, identifying needs, being able to communicate emotions and feelings, being able to make requests versus demands, and those types of elements of the nonviolent communication. So the total recording time is going to be 35 to 40 minutes. Keep in mind that Zoom only allows for 40 minutes, so you may want to break up your role play into 2 sections because you'll also need to include a discussion. And in the discussion, you want to identify as part of the group what were the techniques that you used, how did you use them, thinking about what were the issues related to diversity and oppression impression that you displayed in your role play scenario and how you were respectful of those throughout the utilization of the two techniques. And then finally indicating what stage do you feel your group, your small group, was in at the end of the course, how they knew this, like how you knew you were in this stage of group development, and who were some of the ways, who led the group towards and out of chaos if it did happen, and what were the different roles that each people played. So just this overall stage of group assessment as part of your final discussion. So again, as always, be sure to utilize the conflict resolution rubric when creating your scenarios, when doing your role play, and when implementing the two intervention strategies, as well as the discussion section. And as always, if you have any questions or challenges, please remember to email me. Good luck.